Hello everybody, and I thought I would have to do a video today because yesterday there were two amazing trailers released into the wild. The first one, I'm wearing the t-shirt here. I'm super excited. It's Final Fantasy VII at last. We see new content for Final Fantasy VII. 3 years ago, this was announced, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it went dead. Rumours came out that they've had to start the whole game from scratch again, and now they've released a brand new trailer that looks absolutely amazing. Now, for those of you watching the video, this is also going to be audio. I'm not going to put any clips of any of the trailers onto this specific video because YouTube have been taking people's videos down for copyright violations for putting clips of other videos and trailers in. So it's just going to be me talking. If you prefer to listen to audio, just download the episode on the Mark's Gaming Den podcast channel. But I thought I had to do a video and a special podcast for this because, wow, what a week. I don't have any guests. It's just me talking. As you can probably sound, I still sound a bit stuffed up. I've had this cold for what seems like 2 or 3 weeks now, which is absolutely crazy. I'm hoping I'll shift it before I record the next week's episode. But I felt, well, I had to do an episode. We've got Final Fantasy VII Remake. The trailer looks amazing, and for a Final Fantasy fan like myself, massive Final Fantasy VII nerd, the whole trailer is set in Midgar. You're seeing Cloud, Ares, Barret, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. It looks awesome. So, you know, if I'm the sort of person, I know all the scenes from memory. I'm actually replaying Final Fantasy VII again at the minute on the Switch and on the Xbox. That's how much of a fan I am. So you start off and you can see where it's amazing just seeing the graphics of like where Ares gives Cloud a flower at the beginning of the game where they don't even know each other. And then later on in the trailer, you've got Barret and just some of the epic battles, man, like where they're fighting that scorpion, that metal scorpion at the beginning of 7, but in those amazing graphics. And I know I shouldn't be so hyped just because of a trailer, but it looks like the game is really coming along now, and I really, really can't wait for this. It just looks absolutely amazing. So I'm super hyped for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It just looks absolutely fantastic. I don't know what else to say on it, really. It's just, I was blown away by it. It was just it was just nuts, absolutely nuts. It really, really was. It's again, it's one of those games that I've really been looking forward to for so long that I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I mean, I'm just watching it again as I'm talking to you now, and you see Cloud. They're going through the reactor. They're talking to the different characters. The beginning bit, you see a shot where they're on the train, like, so they're in the train yard. So if you remember the original game, you just see him. You fight a couple of dudes when you get off the train. Then you walk up and you go through the alleyway. Well, you actually see that kind of alleyway where they're jumping over the barriers, which I think itself is pretty cool. And what I really like about this is what they've shown of the battle system is they've actually made it turn-based. This is what it looks like in this trailer, and this is what has me the most hyped. Turn-based battles are actually going to be part of this, and that's a great thing. They needed to stick with turn-based battles in Final Fantasy VII. I'm sorry, like, for those people that like the action battles in the newer games like Final Fantasy 15, etc. Turn-based battles are the core of the Final Fantasy VII franchise. That's what it was born on, and those, funnily enough, are the most popular games in the series. You look at, they've just re-released Final Fantasy 7, 9, 10, and 12 on the Switch. And if you look on the charts, on the top 10 selling games on the Switch, you'll find 3 Final Fantasy games on there. You know, that's just how popular those games are. And it's not just because of nostalgia, it's because they're quality games. They are top quality titles, and a lot of it has to do with the battle systems. You know, so I don't understand why the newer Final Fantasy VII games don't have it. You look at some recent JRPGs that have come out on the Switch in particular. They've been turn-based battle games, you know, and like Octopath Traveler is a prime example. Fantastic game, turn-based battle system, sold really well. So, you know, this is what people want. So I'm super hyped for Final Fantasy VII Remake, as you can tell. It looks absolutely stunning. And I really, really can't wait for it. I really can't. So, the second thing I wanted to get to, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I actually had pins and needles whilst they were doing this announcement. So it was actually quite a cool announcement. So they went through some backstory, what some of the Ubisoft devs went through the story and how they were making the game and all about the story and that, etc. And then what really got me going was the trailer. Now, I've watched this trailer about 3 or 4 times now. And I'm a massive Ghost Recon fan. I mean, I love Wildlands so much. I bought it twice. I'm actually replaying it again on the PC at the minute. But the thing I like about it is they're stuck on this massive island. They're stuck behind enemy lines. And what you find out later on in the trailer, which really gave me tingles, because you see them going through all these areas. I mean, it's a massive open world, right? Just like Wildlands, and one of the best open world games I've ever played. I'll give you that. Ubisoft are the kings of open world games. I'm actually playing for Assassin's Creed Odyssey in a minute as well, and wow, what a game. If you haven't picked that up as well. But anyway, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is open world, but you're being hunted by the enemy that you were meant to go and do a mission. But the plot twist is the people who are hunting you down on this island are ex-ghosts. And I was like, what the fuck? So if you're a massive fan of the Ghost Recon franchise like I am, I've played every single Ghost Recon game. This is a massive plot twist. It's absolutely crazy. And wow, just absolutely wow. But what I love about the Ghost Recon games is they make use of technology. So it looks to me that you'll be fighting a lot of drones and AI warfare in this. So part of the trailer was there's this company which has made these drones which can perform, they can go to warfare, they can perform like medical stuff. They can pretty much do everything. AI is pretty much taking over. But mainly there, and then in the trailer there's controversy because a drone is sent out to kill a politician, to assassinate them, right? So there's all this controversy going on, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, the ghosts have been sent in to do this mission. It all goes wrong in the trailer, and then you're being hunted. But what I like about it is it's going back to the old Ghost Recon days of adding some realism into it. So you can play up to 4-player co-op, which I think is great. But what they were showing within the trailer was you can get injured, or your teammates can get injured. And it's incorporating some stealth as well. So I'll get into stealth bit in a minute, but this is what's got me excited. You or your teammates can get injured. So what you can do, if you're playing 4-player or with your AI or whatever, your teammate's injured and they can't walk very fast or something, you can pick them up and hide them somewhere, go and do some stuff, find some like health, like med kits or something, and go back to them and heal them up, which I think is awesome. If you're injured, you're limping around, etc., etc. That is very, very cool, right? The stealth thing is, if you're taking out enemies, this is very much like Metal Gear Solid or Splinter Cell. Once you've killed an enemy, you can pick them up and then hide them. So that's very much like those type of games, because a lot of people are moaning that, I know Splinter Cell hasn't been announced for ages. Well, this is kind of like what Sam Fisher would do in Splinter Cell. He'd assassinate people and hide them, right? So, I mean, I'm disappointed that a new Splinter Cell hasn't been announced myself, to be quite honest with you. I would love a new Splinter Cell, but I'm such a massive Ghost Recon fan. This was so unexpected, because the thing about Ubisoft is they support their games really, really well. So with Ghost Recon Wildlands, that game has had so many updates. They recently had another update again a few weeks ago. They're just constantly pumping out these updates for these games. Look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, loads of updates. Rainbow Six, loads of updates. So, if you're buying one of these games, you're going to be playing it for quite a long time, because there's always going to be something new for you to do, which I think is absolutely awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited for both Final Fantasy VII Remake and Ghost Recon. As you can tell, I'm super hyped. I wasn't really looking forward to any games this year. So I was just kind of like happy plodding along with what I had, which was great. But now I'm feeling excited. There's something to be excited for, people. Some new games on the horizon that I'm going to have to pony up the dough for. Ghost Recon will definitely be out this year. It's out in October. That's a day one purchase for me. I will be surprised to see Final Fantasy VII Remake come out this year. Maybe next year, if I'm being optimistic. But we will see. But all in all, Final Fantasy VII and Ghost Recon, what a week. What a week to get me hyped up, man. I'm fucking happy about this. So I'm going to go back now, play some Ghost Recon Wildlands, and just dream of playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Both games look fantastic. I'm looking forward to talking about these in future episodes of Mark's Gaming Den. I'm hoping to get some guests to join me who are fans of both the series. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I just wanted to say that I'm super excited for these games, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.